CAPE was created in response to the lack of high-quality arts education in Chicago public schools. At the time we were founded, many arts organizations had challenges in reaching out to schools, and schools did not know how to leverage the arts to improve their students' learning. CAPE was established to develop a new model of arts education that emphasized long-term collaborations between teachers and artists and to integrate the arts into the overall school curriculum. CAPE's current objective is to develop research-based programs that support student learning in and through the arts. Our goal is to be a resource for schools, educators, and arts organizations that demonstrates, through model programs, publications, and other resources, the impact of the arts on student learning. CAPE requires additional funding and support to experiment with and research new programming models that, based on prior work, have the potential to make a significant impact on students in Chicago. CAPE is a learning organization. Since our founding, our approach has been to investigate questions about the work we do with schools and artists. CAPE has not been content to roll out the same programs year after year or to rest on the feel-good nature of our work. Rather, CAPE asks and seeks answers to critical questions about the role of the arts in meeting the challenge of educating urban youth. CAPE is not an organization that believes in providing one-time services to schools or that focuses on short-term arts experiences for students. CAPE is effective because of our long-term approach to collaborating with schools, teachers, artists, and communities. This approach includes documenting, assessing, and reflecting on the work teachers and artists do together in order to understand how students are learning and how teachers are growing. For us, success is embodied in students who take ownership and have agency in their own education. This can be measured. Working with respected researchers in the field, CAPE has established a system of documentation and assessment that captures arts learning and draws connections between that arts learning and standardized academic measures. Our latest study shows that students who participated in a 3-year arts partnership program scored an average of 10 percentage points higher on their standardized state test scores than their peers outside the program. CAPE regularly publishes classroom-based examples of work on our website, capeweb.org, to share with the public the kind of work developed by our teachers, artists, and students. A common perception is that CAPE focuses only on providing programs for students. However, we know that in order to effect systemic change, attention must be paid to developing the teachers as well. Therefore, our programming model is based on engaging and challenging teachers to envision new teaching strategies with their artist partners, which transforms their teaching practices. In 2001, CAPE published Renaissance in the Classroom, a book written by 272 teachers and artists that highlighted the early years of our organization's work. This book is still used as a standard textbook across the country. Since then, CAPE has done groundbreaking work in researching the impact of the arts on education. A recently published study clearly shows that CAPE's arts partnerships positively impact both teachers and students. CAPE has collaborated with Chicago Public Schools to make the CAPE model of professional development adaptable for implementation across the district. An experimental 2006 project serving 50 schools is now expanding to reach all arts teachers in Chicago through the Chicago Public Schools Arts Education Plan. Arts education is undervalued across the board. With the implementation of No Child Left Behind, which narrowed curriculum in Illinois to focus on math and reading, the arts have been marginalized, resulting in fewer arts teachers in our schools and reduced time for arts in the school day. The arts, often treated as a luxury, have been limited to high-achieving schools where standardized test scores are not a problem, and the few schools where principals are specifically supportive of arts education. In addition, CAPE has struggled to grow beyond its current budget because of the challenge of raising funds in the current economic climate for what is perceived by some as not a critical need for students. We believe that the integration of arts education is a critical need for student achievement, and research proves that student test scores go up when the arts are incorporated with academics. With new resources, Chicago Arts Partnerships in Education will sustain its current programming and, in addition, focus on a variety of new projects. CAPE is interested in designing Common Core and STEM education programs in order to support teachers in transitioning to these new frameworks for curriculum in our schools. We are also interested in special education programs. Arts integration has shown promise in supporting special needs students, including students with autism and other developmental disabilities. CAPE has experimented with some methodologies and would like to take these further. Finally, we would like to take our work public. Exhibitions of student artwork welcome the public to view the student work and learn about teachers and teaching artists' curriculum designs. CAPE has an annual week-long exhibition, but we would love to see a permanent exhibition of rotating student work available to the public. In looking to the future, CAPE would like to improve and expand its programming for parents. We currently provide struggling schools with programming that uses the arts to help parents with English language acquisition, computer literacy, and to support parents' roles in and understanding of their children's education. Due to funding constraints, this programming is limited to a handful of our 50 schools. But we know that to truly impact students' lives, we must also reach and support their parents. So by investing in CAPE, you will be investing in the future of Chicago's children.